Noah Kalawori has been assuming Joseph Suaalii's position during practice against the starting 15 this week behind closed doors at England's training. The 19-year-old Saracen's remarkable ability to defy gravity causes pandemonium under the high ball, but few players can match Suaalii's athleticism. Australia's victory at Twickenham last year was largely down to Suaalii's kick-chase turnovers, which took England by surprise on his very first professional rugby union start. The English have a plan this time. Coaches Richard Wigglesworth and Joe L. Abd have been practicing kick-off receiving techniques, while Steve Borthwick has been going into great depth with his second rows. The man at the heart of England's aerial protection, however, is Freddie Steward, a 6'5" fullback who serves as the team's steady hand at the back, organizing backfield coverage and directing opponents' increasing barrage of contestable kicks. Steward has rediscovered his magic at Leicester Tigers, and his form has earned him a spot in the number 15 shirt. His super strength is his consistency beneath the high ball. It's now crucial to get technique even more accurate because the law changes to stop the escort runners, a player who purposefully slows down or blocks opponents from reaching a kicked ball, effectively made it a one-on-one contest, Steward says the reporter. There are many wingers who enter the game only to get their arms in, muck it up, and slap the ball back, not even to catch it. We've been practicing our catching overhead instead of into the chest a lot this season. If we can get our catch a meter higher, that gives us that advantage. The goal is to win the match before they can get their arms in. Israel Folau was virtually untouchable in the air for a considerable amount of time thanks to Suaalii's exceptional ability to snag overheads. The first thing you should consider is where you start. Once you realize it's a competition, you should focus on how to get to the catch as quickly as you can. There is a lot of contact in the air right now, so you can win that space if you come quickly and use your knee as a weapon. Steward has been watching videos of AFL player Bobby Hill on YouTube in an attempt to learn how he jumps over opponents for Collingwood. He has watched Hill's 2024 Mark of the Year against North Melbourne on multiple occasions. The way the AFL players use their knees is something they do better than anyone else in the world. It's a little different because they can attack the ball from any angle in the AFL, but the way they use their knee to almost land on a shoulder and give themselves an extra push is incredible, Steward says, calling it one of the best high ball catches he has ever seen. Bobby Hill is so much higher than everyone else because of the way he propels himself with his knee. I try to put as much force through as I can because I tend to take off with my left foot, so my height also helps. If you arrive at speed, you end up getting higher. As part of his priming exercises, the steward must catch a 2-kilogram ball above his head. It's a test of nerves and skill. Steward has discussed his approach with sports psychologist David Priestley, who has clients including Petr Cech, the goalkeeper, and former Arsenal manager. Steward will walk over the Twickenham surface and imagine the high balls being peppered to bolster his confidence before Saturday's test match against the Wallabies. "It's me against you," he says, adding, "and my mindset is to win everything. It's about confidence. The last thing you need is to be nervous. If any doubt creeps into your mind, then you start to second-guess your jump, your takeoff, and your technique. It's complete self-confidence that you're going to go out there and get the ball. I walk to both sides of the field before every game and visualize a box kick." Steward continues, "You have to be so dependable and so robust at the back because the margins are so much finer at test level, so every catch matters. With the law changes, teams like South Africa use their ability to get in the air, regain the ball, and get field position. I have a tiny trigger phrase that I use to attack when the ball rises and reaches the apex: peak. With Tom Roebuck and Tommy Freeman in their backline, England has many aerial specialists. Borthwick's experts noted Australia's coach Joe Schmidt's desire for box kicks during the Rugby Championship, but England's choices might force Australia to alter their strategy. When you're playing against a good fly half like Finn Russell, it's a bit like a game of chess. Good halfbacks who can see space and kick to space. It's constant awareness and communication. I would probably spend 80% of my time watching Finn Russell when Bath or Scotland have the ball. You can see a number 10 scanning and picking up a little grass. Little details like that let me know where he's looking and what cues he's giving me. If I see that he's picked up some grass, I can make sure it's covered. The ability to put balls on the money is elevated in test matches. There is less time and more pressure. In general, you look for 4 seconds of hang time, and the longer the ball is in the air, the more time the winger has to get in the contest, and the harder it is for the defense. You can kick the ball 30 meters and still be in the game when you're up against wingers like Curtly Harrens and Cheslin Colby from South Africa's Quickness. With height to their advantage, England's backline will undoubtedly try to use the aerial game as a weapon, relying on George Ford's arsenal of kicks to disrupt the Wallaby defense in the same manner that England was exposed the previous season. There aren't many better at it than Fordy, but he's really good at putting it on the money. He has spiral bombs in his arsenal and hits that nice high crossfield kick for wingers to get after. The consistency of his kick is what separates the best fly halves. And with Safety Steward at the back, it's doubtless England will lose for a second consecutive year.